Let's go for life.
I'm from the Ville, never ran, never will. I'm from the Ville, never ran, never will.
Disciples and Stones in my family, but you know, I felt like it was a move that I wanted to make because I had actually had my people's moved from 100. They moved on 106 and in Harvey. So when they moved to Harvey, you know what I'm saying? I literally would stay at 5 blocks from Walt's a week while he was alive. So yeah, man, it was like I was fascinated by the foes, man. They was getting money. They was terrorizing shit too, to be honest with you. But it was like it was something fascinating, man. I just wanted to be a part of it.
So coming up with the fours, speaking of Walter Wheat, how was it with the fours? I know there's gangs near bigger. Were they a small faction? Were they large? Like were they as big as the GDs, BDs, or like how was y'all integrated?
On the west side of Chicago, they pretty massive. On the south side of Chicago, we deep enough, man. Like I mean, you done heard a few like Bumpy J. He one of the foes, man. Like it's foes on the south side. They spread it though. Like 107, that's one of our strongholds. You know, so it wasn't no hard decision for me to make to become under that umbrella. But like 71st and 69th, right off Stony Island, that's another stronghold. I mean, we spread it out, and in the suburbs too, bro. We spread it out.
So was these blocks originally just blocks that had no gangs on it, and the foes came? Or was these other sections that was there already, and they joined in with y'all?
I got what you coming from. It was primarily people deciding, look, this is what we gonna be on, cause you know, like back when I first came to the hundreds, it was already established, but they still was starting to really just get their name. You know what I mean?
Okay,
so like the mid '80s, the late '80s, when the hundreds started getting that wild moniker thrown into them. But yeah, man, it was like pretty much the brothers was like, man, we just got to go a different route because you know, most of the neighborhoods surrounding us, it was like GDs. You got GDs on 103rd, you got GDs on 111th. You know, you got BDs planted in there. You know, I stayed by Little Yummy. Yummy Sandifer.
Yeah, now that's a good question too. I'll ask you about that. So you was around during the Young D Sandifer time that happened. You was on the streets, or was you locked up?
Nah, I was in the street, man. They killed him under the viaduct under my house. They killed him 2 blocks away from my crib, bro. Yeah, in that viaduct.
Yeah. So let me ask you, because I was doing my research online, and it was saying the 4Corners hustlers, mistaken or not, are they vice lords or under the vice lord nation?
Yes, sir. We are. We under the vice lord nation. We under the umbrella. But it didn't start like that. You know what I mean? When Walt and them started, Walt and them was unknown vice lords when they started the mob. But by Walt family is like the royal family. Like it ain't no other way to look at it. Walt cousin was King Freddie Gage. Freddie Gage daddy, one of the original vice lords, the old man Freddie Gage Sr. So you know who I also got to meet. He also stayed in Harvey. I got to meet him too. So yeah, man, it's like we had to push our own movement, and then like, you know, they started bumping heads with mainly the mafias at first, but they started bumping heads with, you know what I'm saying, the lords, and eventually we came under the umbrella, man. But we started off as 4Corner hustlers, bro.
Okay. So how does that work out? Because I see, you know, the Chicago gang situation is kind of complex. So are the vice lords, the foes, all still one? Because I see they have traveling vice lords, conservative vice lords, and like, how does that work out with all of y'all under the same banner?
I mean, we all follow the same rules and regulations, bro. But like, when as far as this street stuff and all this stuff that had happened, and you done had, you know, so much bloodshed that been spread throughout these nations, these subdivisions of these nations, and ain't really no unity within the mob, man. There's, you know, foes and mafias into it with each other, foes and C's into it with each other, C's and travelers into it with each other. Yeah, I mean, you know, you be having some unity among some subsections, but for the most part, like, we fuck with the trash, man. Us and the travelers, we get along. We really do, all throughout the city. But you know, that's some solid. When you hear us screaming solid, there's a meaning behind that word. We solid. You know what I'm talking about?
So explain the meaning of what solid means. People don't know.
I like we won. When we say we solid, you know what I'm saying? We move as one. It's like a movable rock, bro. You
Okay,
know what I'm
okay,
talking
okay.
about? We move on one accord.
So what
We
do you
solid.
feel brought along this kind of situation from being together to this? Because as I was reading online, I saw a situation with the dude. I'm not sure if it's Angelo, something like that.
Angelo Roberts. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Robinson. So I see before that everything was like together. Was that one of the things that divided it to what it is
Uh,
now?
I wouldn't say per se that divided it. It had already started splintering as far as within my inside the 4 Corner Hustler Nation, because everybody was fighting for leadership, bro.
Oh,
Everybody wanted to be, at that time. I mean, this is like the early 90s. Everybody wanted to be the big chief and no Indians, bro. Nobody wanted to
okay,
follow law.
okay.
And law governed all events, but everybody wanted to be the one to oversee law. You know what I'm